Chile emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. And here is the national anthem of Chile. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Alexis Sanchez. He's at his best when he's taking on his man, using his quick feet and close control to turn opposition defences. His skill set means he can play pretty much anywhere in attack, but I also like the fact, Peter, that he doesn't neglect his defensive duties, getting into opponents' faces and shutting them down. That's a big part of what he does.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. So we're up and running. Tries to get it forward quickly. And here's Alexis Sanchez. Oh, shooting chance! It's there!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that. And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Oh, look, this is just what the fans wanted. And now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they'll want to see their team make all the running from here.
He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Alexis Sanchez shapes to shoot! Hoists it forward. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And that's been levered clear. Gets wrestled off the ball. Big chance! He's pulled off a fine save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
He's had that. He's gone for it. Yes, it's in!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
Davis, and it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. It looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. put a stop to that. Goes for goal! It's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due, and it was a brilliant setup and finish.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a really good half of football, 3 goals, and just one separating them. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant pack, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
Forward it goes. Over to the left. Is there any support? He might not need it. Down by a lack of accuracy. Hits one! In it goes! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think 2 keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind 1. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
So the lead now is 2.
Listen, it's up to them now.
Chance! It's got a goal!
Well, the goalkeeper would have helped to make his mind up on how he was going to finish it.
Chile let themselves back into contention.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
And here's Vargas. It's got has a hit!
Chile are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Spot on, Peter.
Oh, that's not going to count, and we go again.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Keeper sees it all the way.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too. Chile are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
And it's Sanchez. Now it's Vargas.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Going through. Oh, lots to admire in the run and the defending.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
He's got away. Hits one! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Header! Oh, it's got in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
And that will be the final act. Terrific match, universal commitment to attack, all square and rightly, no loser. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. La Bombonera, one of the most recognisable venues in world football. And here is the national anthem of Peru. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. Argentina looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal? Going for goal! Oh, that's quite incredible!
And this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition now, when a player of his calibre can open up the scoring so fantastically. It could be a very long match for that defence to prevent a recurrence. Well, the goalkeeper would have helped to make his mind up on how he was going to finish it.
Argentina have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
He's got options out wide. He's got away. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Whipped in. Tries to locate someone up front. Lo Celso. And that's sprayed out wide. In it goes! And already they're looking to run away with it.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Argentina get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Looks to clip it forward. Cleared without complication.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
There's a counter-attack chance here for Argentina. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Andre Carrillo goes looking. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Guerrero! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Out to the right. He gets past his man. Messi, he's gone for it! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
This possibly the last play of the half. Great leap! And in again! And it's there! And surely that settles it! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, for me, that's just pure...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Argentina very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, he's in! La Padula! Goal! And they are right back within touch! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Argentina only needing a draw to go through as things stand. Well played, he saw that coming. Martinez.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield.
Lo Celso! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Lo Celso cannot be a happy chappy, and you can understand why. The run was stoic, and it should have been heroic.
Forward it goes. It's Lapadula. That's a decent ball. Now goes for goal. It's in! Guerrero versus the keeper, and only one winner.
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who was going to come out on top.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
And Martinez! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Hoists it forward. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Guerrero. Guerrero! Oh, should have been the equaliser.
Guerrero knows only too well how important the chance was. He snatched at it.
Martinez. Guerrero.
Peru are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
And Messi! That is absolutely glorious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal. Activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
So the lead now is 2. Tries to get it forward quickly. Be a throw-in, but there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. To safety. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Hoists it high. Oh, he's broken through. Good clearance and very necessary. And the referee brings it to a close. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. And in the end, they have strolled through comfortably. Unbeaten, 7 points from 9. And they are gathering momentum into the knockout stage. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
Ecuador emerging for this crucial group game here. The tournament still in its relative infancy, but it is already developing into quite a spectacle, and that, of course, is what you expect from this, the greatest of all the tournaments. It has been terrific stuff so far, so let us hope that the trend continues here and now. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Ecuador braced for their anthem. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
And that gets things running. Looks to thread it through. Torneo out to the right. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Shoots! It's in!
And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on. This could be rather exciting.
Well, it was a hefty deflection, but he's claiming it. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Yeah, I think for them to get their noses in front away from home is brilliant.
He's gone for it! finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
And it's Valencia.
Has a hit! Oh, it's gone in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Good idea, just poorly executed. Lambert. Palmer. Hoists it forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Antonio really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
And here's Valencia.
A chance! Tries a shot! He has done it! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Ecuador take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And here's Valencia. Lambert. Five minutes till the break.
Antonio really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Looking to get within range.
He's gone for it!
Decent enough try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work though.
The whistle goes for half-time.
Ecuador are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. Here we go again then. Palmer plays it out to the wing. Antonio gets on the end of it. Gets it back. Valencia, 2 goals to his name already. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pinged forward. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers.
This defence is wary about...
They're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? And it's played forward. Valencia. That could spell trouble.
Has a hit!
Tries to get it forward quickly. Gray. Plays it out to the flank. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Clears it out of harm's way, and it's been taken straight back. That's Valencia. Goes for goal! And here's Valencia. And that will be the final act. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. So 4 points from 9, it leaves them right on the cusp and sweating on the group equation. Your reflections then, Jim?
Ecuador won thanks to a disciplined game plan. Homework provided the groundwork.
Mexico are on the cusp of making the knockout stage. Ever since the groups were announced, this is where they wanted to be, and indeed felt they ought to be. There is a sense of genuine theatre here. The loyal supporters hope it is all going to be wrapped up in the next couple of hours. 3 points will guarantee that they get their wish. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. A moment of great pride, the anthems. Mexico are a team on a mission. Maximum points, and they're on to bigger and better things.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
So we're up and running. Deftly done.
He's gone for it! Dispatched clinically. An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
Mexico take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Gets it back. Looks to thread it through. Loose ball, who's going to get there? It's on a plate. Surely. Oh, he's had a goal! They've scored! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
Mexico get themselves a two-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
He's gone for it! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Oh, that was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Mexico have to win if they're to make it. Oh, they could break here. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Rincon hoists it forward. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Peter, we can only applaud that quality of tackle in the circumstances. It was probably goal-saving.
The first half is done. So reviews on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Mexico ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. Just 45 minutes from now, we will know who goes through from this group. Reported change to either side during the break. That's a throw. Reyes. Dinks one in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Done very well to intervene. And it's Rondon, over to the left. And here's Rondon. And they've been caught out here. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Brings it forward. Decent looking ball. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Herrera. Rincon. Tries to get it forward quickly. Tries lifting it over. And the ball is out of play. Out to the left it goes. Tries to stroke it through. Keeps everyone guessing. Into the middle. And now they can launch a counter. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Reyes. More than happy to take the muscular approach. He's through. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Mexico have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. Well, poor start, but what a great recovery. 2 wins in a row, and surely that will be enough. The end of the game. Reflections?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can benefit.
So, on the face of it, things look simple. If they want to make the knockout stages, this is all or nothing. 3 points needed, and should they fail to collect those points, they will be going home and staying there. It all makes this very tense, really, for some, unbearable. The stress levels particularly high, but for those of us who are neutral, myself included, it is utterly compelling, and that is how it should be. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. A moment of great pride, the anthems. The United States are a team on a mission. Maximum points, and they're on to bigger and better things.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Ream goes up and over. Tries to get it forward quickly. Pulisic. Oh, good, going for goal! And that's caused a worry or two. Up to meet it! Just off target.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Pulisic. Victory now would mean so much. Needed a better pass there. Guerrero. Pulisic. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Going through.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And that's been won straight back. Shoots! Just fizzes past the post.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Gets it upfield. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Brings it forward. And he's going long. Just the keeper to beat, tries a shot! Chooses to go back, big chance! Goal! The United States! And it's the United States who go in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
There is the half-time whistle. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
The United States come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting. There is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. The United States just a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Gets it back, plays a clever pass. Knocks it away. Played in with accuracy. Well, that's where he wants it. Musa. It's a brilliant interception. Danger averted for now. Little accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's looked long this time. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to...
He's gone for it! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Panama are making a change now.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Cuts it out. Keeper's got good distance on that. Surely a shot. Shot a goal! Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
Panama making consecutive changes here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
5 minutes left on the clock. Just a few more. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, this is alarming because of the ease in which they're getting in behind.
Ream gets it back. Pulisic. There will be 4 extra minutes. Musa. That intervention was very necessary. And that's it. The United States have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. Well, that is a great effort. Another win, 7 points from 9, unbeaten, and on they march. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
And so the prevalent question on everybody's mind ahead of the game here, will they make it out of the group stage? Well, the odds are very, very good on paper. A single point is all that they need, and they need no favours from anybody else. It is in their hands. The faithful has every right to expect, to believe, a feeling very much reflected in the pre-match atmosphere. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. A moment of great pride, the anthems. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. Uruguay looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Big chance! Could fall kindly. He's delivered all right!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
Uruguay have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
In accuracy.
Uruguay just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Done very well to intervene. Tries to get it forward quickly. A move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Now it's Luis Suarez. That's good defending, very good defending. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Hoists it forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Looking to hit the front line. Luis Suarez.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
A good deal hanging on what they can achieve here. A point will do. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Bentancur. Luis Suarez. Uruguay are leading with half-time.
He's gone for it! It's bounced out! No mistake! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Uruguay take a two-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
There is the half-time whistle. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Uruguay in control at half-time, 2-0. We're into the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. Jimenez. Valverde.
He's had a shot!
And that's been levered clear. This could...
Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Uruguay take a three-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight. Well, that's where he wants it. And here's Suarez. Suarez tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get it.
It's Luis Suarez! And in it goes! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well read, he sorted that out. Luis Suarez.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Bentancur unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ball's out on the left now. And they win it back again. Jimenez. Rapidly approaching the end. Uruguay have their place in the knockout stage all but secure. Brings it forward. It's come loose. Going through. Here's the delivery. Forward it goes. Bentancur. And time is up. Just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Well, that is a great effort. Another win, 7 points from 9, unbeaten, and on they march. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can benefit them all in the longer term.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. The strains of the national anthem of Colombia. So it's away we go then. Looks to clip it forward. Shoots! He's looking to get there first. Turns, has a pop! Yes! The ideal start! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Colombia have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Oh, look, this is just what the fans wanted. And now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they'll want to see their team make all the running from here.
Going through.
Hits one! They've done it! 2 up, too easy. How many more to come?
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Colombia get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
And it's Campbell.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
It's Campbell!
And that's caused a worry or two.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Tries a shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And here's Quintero. And now they can launch a counter. He's left his man. Campbell spreads it towards the left. Finds himself eased off the ball. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Throw in. Mina. And it's played forward. And here's the chance to counter. And there's a long ball. Sanchez does well there, alert. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's half-time here. We'll look back on the first 45 minutes.
Colombia just didn't want the half-time whistle to be blown. Convincing and controlled.
Colombia ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And the second half gets underway. Arias. Quintero. Ball through needs to be...
Oh, shooting chance! And more, and more, and more! And they are pulling clear here.
You've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Colombia take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight. Tries to get it forward quickly. Goes direct to the front line. found his man.
And the shot!
Oh, that is an awful miss.
Costa Rica were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Has a pop!
And the ball's come out! Danger averted for now. Quintero. Hoists it forward. Now a chance to break. Campbell. The referee's awarded a free kick. He's gone for goal. Looking for goal. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Arias. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. That's a promising ball. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. He could be in.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style!
Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
It's become a case of men against boys. Sanchez. Mina. Quintero. Cordoba. Clears it out of harm's way. Forward it goes. And that's it. Demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. Well, they did finally get a win at last, but 3 points is rarely a sufficient return. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form, a big team beating a not-so-big team, and a lesson dealt.
They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. This, of course, the Maracanã, the official home of the Brazilian national team, known as the Seleção in this part of the world. And so we stand for the anthems. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. They are already looking forward to life at the business end of this competition. This, a job that just needs finishing off.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Alisson. He's an excellent shot stopper, Peter, first and foremost, but he's just as good at creating chances as he is snuffing them out. He can spread the ball out quickly to both wings, whether it be with an accurate long pass or a quick throw, and that places him in the top order of the world's keepers.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And here's Gonzalez. Well read, he sorted that out. Gets it back. And he's had a go! It's there! And it's Paraguay who take the lead. Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Lucas Paqueta, could be a chance. Hits one! Can he deliver? Hits one! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now surely, goes for goal! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Lucas Paqueta gets on the end of it. just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. And it's Gonzalez. Well, that's where he wants it. Cuts it out. Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta! Lucas Paqueta!
Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. They're just lacking the cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
It's a promising ball. Can he find a finish now? Goalkeeper's ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination.
And the finish! Dispatched clinically! Brazil are back in business!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
Danilo. Lucas Paqueta. And out to safety. Dashing forward at pace. Gonzalez. Almiron. Almiron!
That's a cracking strike, and it may have stung the palms of the keeper.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Lucas Paqueta! Lucas Paqueta! Goal! Brazil! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Brazil go into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Gonzalez plays it out to the flank. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Strong punch. Driving on, he could shoot here.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Danilo played into... In he flies! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
Paraguay have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Well, the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Forward it goes. Well, it is a narrow lead, but they are clinging on to it right now. Brazil have their place in the knockout stage all but secure.
Brazil certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Brazil just have to run down the clock. Has a goal! In it goes! And this is getting better and better.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
And the referee brings it to a close. Brazil have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. Successive wins then to blot out that opening day defeat, and 6 points ought to be plenty. Well, how will we look back on that?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it, an experience that can benefit them all in the longer term.